Boys and girls of every age, don't mind the loaded battery down there, because now we are going to play...
Language Select, my favorite game.
Oh, it's my favorite too.
Oh dear. I don't want an entertainment game. Oh.
Welcome to The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Pumpkin King for the Game Boy Advance. Similar to how Oogie's Revenge treats itself as kind of a sequel to The Nightmare Before Christmas, Pumpkin King kind of treats itself as a prequel to the movie. And you'll see why as soon as we get through this opening cutscene.
Jack?
New?
Jack. Hey, Mr. Hyde.
Hello
Now
there.
let's start a new game.
I'm here. 'Twas Halloween Eve, quite a long time ago. Many a year before Jack's adventure with Christmas. Sandy Claus and snow.
Oh, the
Also,
pumpkin.
yes, I'm a pumpkin.
Yeah, he's a goddamn pumpkin narrating our story. Genius.
Halloween is just hours away. I'm so excited. I feel like a kid in a cadaver store. I can hardly wait to show the good folks of Halloween Town my latest trick. Tonight, they will all see why I am called the Pumpkin King.
Title drop.
Tonight will be perfect. What could go wrong?
Interesting art style.
It is interesting.
Next.
Don't ask.
Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King. Never heard of him.
He runs Halloween Town.
Town.
Oh, that's Matt.
Jack's the scariest guy around.
This guy around.
Really?
Wait,
Even
are we all saying that
scarier than
simultaneously?
me, Orgy
No, one at a
Boogie,
time.
king of all bugs?
May as well.
You alternate.
Well, yes. I mean, no.
I mean-
Silence! Go into Halloween Town and bring me this Pumpkin King. It's time we meet.
Well then.
Meanwhile,
Master Oogie, we pucked him. It was easy. He's not tough at all.
Okay, next will be James.
Yep.
Okay. Assuming I have any more to say.
You should.
you have
Excellent.
boy.
Come out and show your face, Pumpkin King.
And out from the bag is Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, devil damn it.
That
Where am I? Who are you?
ain't him.
What? I told you to kidnap Jack Skellington. Who is this ragdoll?
Good question, boss. She looked like Jack in the dark.
No.
How is that even possible?
Wait, this is Dr. Finkelstein's new assistant, Sally.
New assistant.
Yeah, remember people. Oh, jeez.
No, her name is, Polly.
No, you dope. It's Sissy.
No, you're the
No,
sissy.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you're a...
Oh,
Shut up!
oh dears.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
Jack or no Jack, I'll show him and his town what a real king can do.
Oh.
Oh
And
no.
all the bugs.
too many bugs.
Send
He won't only be dead, he'll be double dead.
Oh, jeez. So, here we are, Hype. So, what's the game like?
Meanwhile in town...
What?
Well, first, what's happened here? The mayor, the doctor, the werewolf, and the
Nice
witches?
animation.
Where'd they go? Something must be terribly wrong.
Fair enough.
This place has turned into a ghost town, and not the good kind.
Just gotta make that distinction.
I've got to find everyone on this Halloween, or else this Halloween's gonna be a disaster. But yes, just going to gameplay real quick, just kind of like how Oogie's Revenge is like Baby's first Devil May Cry. Pumpkin King is basically Baby's first Metroidvania. There's kind of like this big world divided into sections that you have to go through, and you do have to come back to them whenever you get like certain
This
power-ups.
game looks like
Okay.
it's constant
okay.
ice physics.
Oh yeah, Jack does have a little bit of traction trouble when he runs. It takes a bit of getting used to. Oh, here's the mayor.
Jack!
Oh,
I love that
Oh
animation.
goodness.
Jack, it's you. Boy, am I glad to see a friendly skull.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Bugs, Jack. Our dear town is infested with nasty, awful bugs.
You take that back!
Everyone's in hiding, and on Halloween of all days, it's a disaster, Jack.
Calm down now. Let's just hope everyone's alright. I need to go to the bottom of this, and fast.
I knew we could count on you. Here, you'll need this more than me.
And now we have our first weapon.
The Soul Robber.
This is the frog
I
gun,
look like the Soul Robber.
and it kills people with frog's breath.
Sorry, Logan, Soul Robber is only in,
I'm sure it'll come in handy. Just please don't aim it towards me.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Don't you worry. I won't let anything stop Halloween.
We're counting on you, Jack. Good luck. Whee!
So,
Okay?
nice.
Oh.
And yeah, you press the B button, and you get to shoot out bursts of frog's breath.
Wow.
Which, I don't know, it seems suspicious, because as we all know...
Nightmare Frog's Breath from the movie.
It made that weird whistling noise.
the whistling noise is actually the fish bones that they drop. Fish bones pretty much replenish your health, which is what those little red dots in the lower right corner are.
What were you saying about frog's breath? I'm sorry I interrupted you.
All I was saying is that nothing is more suspicious than frog's breath.
Tell you, unless you try it first. I won't eat.
I won't eat a spoonful.
Whoa, spiders. Oh, let me guess me. Oh, I knew it. Ice physics.
And yep,
Wow.
this definitely is Metroidvania.
Yeah, it's like... Mm-hmm. And, yeah, and you'll see... And there's actually quite a bit of collectibles that you have to get into the game. Like, one of them are the shrunken heads, which you can see in the dial
goodness.
there. Shrunken heads are kind of like the energy tanks of Metroid.
Nice.
Oh, you just made it.
Love how he looks at the camera every time like, yeah, it was pretty impressive, huh?
So, how are the controls like? So, this was Game Boy Advance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how?
Yeah, this is Game Boy
So, how are the
Advance.
controls like?
When you put aside the slight traction issues that Jack has when he runs, it's actually not too bad. Like, there are a few, like, things that you have to get used to. Like, sometimes the range on the frog breath can be a little bit wonky sometimes. Like, if you saw there were instances where I clearly hit him, but it didn't activate. Oh, here's one of our collectibles.
A
Sally's shoe.
oh, it's just my size.
No.
But yeah, it's actually explained later in the game that all the citizens have all of their positions like hidden off to make sure all the bugs don't get to them, which that is one thing I will give Pumpkin King over Oogie's Revenge. I think this game has a much better enemy variety than Oogie's Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kinda
Well,
does.
to be fair, Oogie's Revenge is based off of the concept of Devil May Cry, which repeats its enemies every 5 stages.
Kind of, yeah. Though even Devil May Cry was better about enemy variety than
Yeah,
Oogie's
I guess.
Revenge.
Ooh,
Jack, how do you like the frog gun? Do you know about the pickups and the shrunken heads? As your mayor, I can explain them. You want an explanation?
no, I already explained what they are.
Okay, Jack, I guess you know what you're doing. I hope for the town's sake you do.
Oh, he knows
Yeah.
what he's doing.
By the way, interesting little fun fact about the Pumpkin King here. We mentioned in Oogie's Revenge's commentaries that game was made by Capcom. This game was actually made by Toze. This is people that made such games like Super Princess Peach, the Game & Watch Gallery games, for better or worse, the DS version of Crash Mind Over Mutants, and so on and so forth.
A shrunken head.
So, what are
That's
these
interesting.
For?
Like I mentioned, shrunken heads are basically kind of like energy tanks from Metroid. Like, when you lose all your health, it pretty much refills.
Okay. Do you always are shrunken heads like a permanent upgrade, or do you just lose them the moment you lose like your first batch of health?
They're permanent.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so it is
so it is-
essentially
yeah.
it is like the energy tanks of Metroid.
Now these chairs right here, these are kind of like energy refill bots. Like,
Wow.
Daddy,
yeah, that's supposed to refill your health, but I already have full
Daddy
health.
likes that.
And these guys are your save points.
Save. Anybody want to save? Cool.
And he just turns that way.
And don't mind that slight resize. That was,
Okay.
yeah, don't mind that slight resize. That was kind of an accident on my part.
Jack, look at that one.
Ooh,
Yo.
Oh,
that's one huge bug. It's almost like Behemoth.
Are you scared? I know I am. There's an even bigger one back there.
What?
This bug is just a lackey, so watch out for his boss. Be careful, Jack. Okay, so these guys... so these guys are basically, so these guys are to warn you that there's a boss battle upcoming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this, but I can't turn back now. The town is counting on me.
Not to mention your girl's been stolen.
Speaking of...
That too. Now for our first boss.
Go figure, it's a goddamn spider.
Hello.
Okay. Hello?
Oh, what was that?
I come to give you Yakuza from Metroid Fusion vibes.
Oh god.
Boss time. So, while we're talking about all this...
Oh boy.
Jeez.
So while we're talking about this, get on with it. Hi, Caddy.
The reason why you wanted to do this in the first place.
Oh, right. Okay, I thought he was about to ask a question, is why I was pausing. I did want to show off this game because I do think it's interesting, but there's actually a secondary reason that I wanted to explain this video, or, well, actually, me and Jordan want to explain this video. Would you care to do it for me, please?
Sure. So, as of February 13th, 2018, Steve and I are dating.
Oh my.
Congratulations. Have all this bug juice in celebration.
Silly Jack, you're not Bayonetta.
You know what? All things considered, I would love to see like a second attempt at a Devil May Cry as Nightmare Before Christmas game, but have it done by Platinum.
Yeah,
like
that'd
they
be
could
cool.
do, like it would be so gosh darn
Anyway,
flashy.
let's all congratulate the new couple.
Yeah.
I will take the quote from the movie and say that, well, we're simply meant to be.
I'd like to think so.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Jeez.
I think
there's
Oogie-
Jack's
I
house,
think Oogie
and this is
Boogie
where all the
exploded.
different sections of the games are.
Okay, so here's our hub. Also,
There's Dr. Finkelstein's lab,
Matt exploded.
another health station, just in case you need it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Somebody add an explosion effect after I do the.
Yeah, I don't know.
Another safe spot, because... Gonna save again, because I'm kind of a devil damn paranoid when it comes to that kind of thing.
Trust me,
Oh, no,
I,
no, no.
to be
And the pumpkin
To be
patch!
fair to Metroidvania, that's completely fair.
I save
Yeah.
like
Whoa.
every 5 minutes in a game.
Whoa, okay.
I thought you could go under.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, but I'm guessing crawling is something you have to unlock. You know, it's kind of like the spider ball in that sense.
Okay.
Speaking of which, can you transform into a spider?
You mean the sphere?
The sphere, whatever.
The spider
Actually,
one.
hang on, I'll be
the
right
spider
back.
ball is only.
Okay.
In,
Okay.
The spider ball is only in. Was it Metroid 2?
Prime and 2.
Yeah.
It was also, if I'm not mistaken, it was also in a Metroid Prime, but only as like a context-sensitive thing.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Like hero rails and stuff. But anyway, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Off I go.
Riley!
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, that was
It's
him.
just
Oh, that was
me.
him.
Jack, Lock, Shock, and Barrel race all over Halloween Town. What is my purpose in this game? I'll just bet you they're up to no good. Where's your pal, Zero?
If those kids are up to something, Zero's nose will sniff it out.
When has that
Good
ever been
timing.
established?
His nose always glows.
There's something
His nose always glows when something suspicious is around. And that actually is a gameplay element that you see later.
Really?
Ooh.
So we gotta find Zero. So what should we do?
Yeah,
We
basically.
we need to find Zero and Mega Man along with him.
But yeah, basically, now we have to head over to Jack's house because that's where Zero is.
Oh, at least he's a good pup to stay at home when he should be. I mean, I remember back in Kingdom Hearts, he wouldn't stay the fuck still.
Nice.
And yeah, it's kind of important that we do get Zero because he actually does play a bit of a gameplay element into the game. Like I mentioned, like what they said about what they say about his nose, like glowing when he finds something suspicious. That actually can be used to find,
Oh, God.
like hidden extras and whatnot.
Bugs in my house!
Yep, no.
Not my house.
Madness. But yeah, he actually can be used to find like secret things, but he also has another gameplay element that we'll get into just a little bit later.
Okay.
And by a little bit later, we mean the very end of the part.
Yeah. But, so...
Yeah, basically.
Our house is a lot bigger than I remember.
Yeah, seriously, I remember in the freaking Oogie's Revenge, it was practically, well, it was a claustrophobe's worst nightmare. The best kind of nightmare.
So I will say I do appreciate the consistency of we're fighting Oogie Boogie, so all of his minions should be bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. In fact, that just going back to what James said real quick about the way the games are visually designed, that is kind of one thing that, like, even though I do appreciate that Oogie's Revenge is between the two the closest to matching the... Yeah, Oogie's Revenge definitely does a better job of actually looking more like the film aesthetically, but that being said, I actually don't mind how this game looks. Like, it's a lot brighter, but I actually kind of like some of the more stylized designs, like in the cutscenes and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah,
I don't mind
same.
that personally. I mean, if you take into account that this is purely a side game and just run with it, it's honestly pretty good.
So I've been trying to figure this out because oh dear.
Besides, you can only do so much. You can only do so much with the Game Boy Advance before it starts to look all very fuzzy and shit.
I was gonna say I don't know about I was gonna say I forget if it was ever explained in the movie, but what are the is Oogie Boogie supposed to be the shadow in the moon at night, or is he just supposed to look like him?
He is the shadow of the
I think that
moon.
might be his role.
So in that
Oh,
in the first
that's what I thought.
so in the original movie, even though he had done all this crap, they still invited him to the party.
Well, he's gotta make. Well, to be fair,
I think it's more Oogie's shadow is the shadow. Oogie is just kind of the embodiment.
Ooh. Zero!
Oh, he does bark.
You're right. I was worried about you.
why would you be? I'm dead.
Ooh.
It was a trap.
What's this?
It's a wall, you dummy.
Yes, we trapped Jack. Now we'll get some Newt Nuggets for sure.
Newt Nuggets.
Those pesky brats. We'll have to find another way out, Zero.
So how?
You'll see. First, the refill health.
No, you don't.
Oh, no,
No,
never
fine.
mind.
I don't need it.
Oh hey,
I
hey, yours is all flashing.
And this is where, open this up, and now it's Zero's time to
You
shine.
want to guide Zero through the chimney?
Is this a mini game? It is a mini game.
Yeah,
It is actually.
Oh gosh,
Look at that.
how hard is it?
Basically, not too hard. It takes a second to get accustomed to it, but once you get your bearings, it's actually pretty easy.
Also, hello 30 frames compression and thank you for screwing over the illusion of Zero's transparency.
Yeah.
Heh. This
Oh.
that's fine. It happens in all things. This reminds me of I don't know. Whenever I see visuals like this, it reminds me of that one part of Aladdin. You know, like sailing when he's on the magic carpet in the Cave of Wonders, flying
Oh, yeah.
upside down and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is a
remember that.
long ass chimney.
How did we get there? How did we get through there?
Well, it's a
then?
pretty tall
Well, to be
building.
fair, we look at our build. We're pretty slender fucks.
That is true.
Yep.
And here's the most large, vast hanging tree ever.
I mean, he's so good at climbing. He's so good at slithering through chimneys. He puts Sandy Claus to shame.
He is.
Yeah,
That is
actually,
true.
think about it. Yeah, this is the biggest freaking hanging tree I've ever seen.
Seriously.
I had the little hanging skeletons.
Yeah, on the
Interesting little detail.
Yeah. Anyway, we're done.
And on this last little saving is going to be pretty much the end of this video, and the end of the other reason of why we did this video. So, yeah, just real quick.
And since I am dead, I can take off my head.
Can I give it a good polish?
Oh, that's cute.
That's a nice thing. That's a nice thing.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, that was the Pumpkin King for the Game Boy Advance. As usual, if you love the movie, I would recommend checking it out. Whether or not it's a better experience than Oogie's Revenge, I couldn't quite tell you, because for my money, they both kind of do things better than each other, but I'm not quite sure if any of them, like, fully outshines each other. Like I mentioned, this one definitely has a little bit more variety in terms of gameplay, but the presentation in Oogie's is obviously a lot closer to the original film.
Yeah.
I mean, they got like almost all the voice actors back for Oogie.
In the end, why not? Why can't we just have both?
Yeah. Well, that said, that's it. Congratulations to the two lovebirds.
Yay! Thank you.
And may we have the marriage ceremony this coming Halloween.
Don't you
Till next time,
dare.
everybody.
Bye. Bye.
And I will make sure to be the best man.
God.
Night.
Bye, guys.